Hello, welcome back to Vondel Pete, hope you're all doing well. And today I'm going to be drinking this ridiculous beer. It's called a Biskov Choc Brownie Porter. A really stupid beer to drink. And I'm going to pour it into this glass. Oh shit. There it goes. Oh, I'll just let it spill. I thought what I would talk about in today's video, it's a pretty good way to start the video actually. Oh god, it's dripping on my jeans. I'm going to talk about whether or not I'm currently having a midlife crisis. Now, all the signs are there. I'm turning 40 next month. I'll be seeing Tom York live with my friend, which is a pretty good way to start my 40s. But I am having a dilemma I'm having a midlife crisis over whether I'm having a midlife crisis. After all, I've got a YouTube channel. You know, I bought a car last year. I didn't buy a Ferrari. I think you're supposed to buy a Ferrari or a sports car. I bought a little old Honda, but it's still a car nonetheless. And it doesn't help my case if I'm trying to deny having a midlife crisis. I did the career change a few years ago. I left being a contractor in the government and I've been unemployed ever since. I did a diploma to be a library technician, but I haven't got a job in a library. What else? I played guitar. That's a sign. Although I've always played guitar. You know, it's hard because I think you're supposed to have a few mansions. You're supposed to have a family, a set career, and then finally you have a midlife crisis and you wonder, is this all there is? Are all my riches, is all of this money and prestige, is this all there is to life? And then maybe they get divorced or buy a sports car or leave their family behind and start I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. I feel like I've had midlife crises at maybe not 13 as much, but you know, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It doesn't stop, the crises. I remember there was a bit of a crisis around the time I turned 30 because it felt like a big deal to turn 30. I felt like I have to get my life in order, and what I did to do that was to quit my job and move to Japan. But then I came back at 30, and then I have been looking back at my 30s a little bit and trying to fix up like loose ends and realize like my 30s was basically better than my 20s, only in that in terms of adventurousness, you know, I started traveling alone more, meeting new people more. I feel like I became even more adventurous in my 30s. I met better people. I had better standards of the people I wanted to interact with, but it was a very shaky first 5 years. Probably because of my job. I managed to get rid of most of the friends I didn't want to be friends with in my late 20s. And I managed to make a lot of new friends, the types of friends that I always wanted. I only really managed to work out almost how to maintain those friendships and to have a bit less anxiety and to be a bit more myself. And that only started around 35. Maybe that was the midlife crisis that I've already gone through, maybe. Or maybe the midlife crisis is yet to come. I'm really looking forward to having a midlife crisis, and I'm worried that the people, like my close friends, are all going to have midlife crises and I'm going to miss out because I feel like right now I don't have too much to lose, I suppose. Like I don't have a career to change out of, and I don't have, if I start playing guitar, I learned a Japanese scale the other day on guitar, and I've never memorized a Japanese guitar scale before, so that might be my midlife crisis. I'm not sure. I would say, you know what, no matter what anyone says, whether or not you believe I'm having a midlife crisis, and of course there are some signs that I am, especially making a video like this. I reckon one of the biggest signs is this stupid beer. Maybe I would have drank this at any age, but come on, Biskov Choc Brownie Porter. That's got to be the sign of a midlife crisis. I like the idea of having a midlife crisis. It makes me seem like a mature man as well. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you had a midlife crisis? Are you going through one? Are you a lot younger than me and you're having one? I definitely had a lot more of those in my 20s, I can tell you that. I think, as I said, reflecting on my 30s, there were lower points and higher points in my 30s compared to my 20s, but I never expected my 30s to be as eventful. I thought I would become a bit more I don't know, stable. Like when I was 27, I had a full-time job. I had sick leave. You know, I went to after-work drinks with friends. I did a lot more of the usual things that you do. I think I went to a cricket match when I was 28. Cricket? Yeah, at 29. It was a few days before I moved to Japan. My sister had some boyfriend at the time, I think, who went to a cricket match, so she brought me. You know, that was a very more older person thing to do, but I haven't done anything like that in my 30s. You know, my 30s has been finding more artistic friends, traveling to Turkey over and over again, Japan over and over again, visiting the grave of Japanese Jesus. I guess that's all I've got to say on the matter. Maybe I'll have my midlife crisis if I can get my life into a certain... Maybe I can get that mansion and I can get that family, and maybe in the next 5 years I'll have the family and I'll have a bunch of kids who are all over the age of 18 in the next 5 years. And then I can have my midlife crisis then. Until then, the sun's sort of gone down and it's making this video look a bit depressing because of the lack of light. So I'll say goodbye now, but I'll just finish off this beer and yeah, hope you're all doing well. And let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you next time.